What's up, guys? I've been trying to make a video for a while, and every time I get to my video editor, I realize I don't like video editing, and I can't get to finish it. So I'm going to go for a different approach today. I'm going to go for more of a presentation style of a tutorial. If you do like this style, then please do say in the comments, etc. Um, it's actually so warm at the moment as well, so I'm not going to make any excuses. This might be a bit unprofessional, and I'm not very practiced at it either, but maybe after a few episodes I'll be a lot better than today. What I'm going to go over today is CSing. Basically, CSing, if you don't know, is getting the last hit on a minion, and you get gold, and then the more gold you get, the more fed you get, the more items you get, the stronger you're going to be against your opponents, and the more chance you've got to win. So basically, CSing is everything in League of Legends. Even if you don't get any kills, you can get really strong just by having a lot of farm. I would show you a good replay from a decent game, but League replay seems to be messing up for me at the moment, so I can only show you my own replay, which isn't so good. But basically, the way I suggest you practice CSing is go into a custom game on Summoner's Rift, just yourself, no bots, and then see how many CS you can get within 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, 107 minions spawn, so you can gauge yourself against that number. So basically, yeah, it's something to practice with, and it's pretty effective. I've done it quite a few times, and I used to be getting about 70 out of 107, which isn't that high a number, but now I get like a generally higher number, more like 90 to 100. I'm still not the best, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. So this is a simple trick you could use, and if you feel more challenged, you can go into the custom game with a bot on the other team, and then it's a bit more like a real life situation. Yeah, obviously it's going to be better than just practicing in a normal. Obviously you're going to be practicing just on CSing though, so it's going to be a bit different, but I feel like it's a good tip of advice. So I do have a replay open. Let's go on to this. So I'm going to be starting here, and I'll just show you the basics of CSing. I don't want to go over it too much because it's quite convoluted for such a simple procedure. Basically, you're just waiting for the minions to go down to a health where you can easily hit them and then get the last bit of gold. As you see here, I've got them nicely timed, so I get the first 2 CS easily. I don't attack them while they're going down, generally because it's easier to gauge when it's going to actually be in CS range. So I'm just going to sit there and wait for the minions to get to a point where they're easy to last hit. As you can see, up to now, I've not missed any. It's just by being patient, basically. You've got to make sure you're patient. You've got to be good at timing, etc. It comes with experience. When you first start the game and you don't know too much about it, it's going to be a very weird thing to be doing. So once you practice enough, you'll get into the hang of it. I did miss one a couple of seconds ago, but don't worry about missing them. It's going to happen. I'm not the best, as I said. So we do have cannon minions in this wave. You've got to be careful for these because these do a lot more damage than normal minions, which means everything's going to go down faster as soon as they start attacking. As you can see, I just missed 2. It's once the wave on your side gets really big, it's quite hard to gauge how fast it's going to go down. So it's another experience thing. I did miss a lot there. So I think that's all I'm going to show you in terms of normal CSing. The other thing I wanted to show you is CSing in a tower. Unfortunately, in this replay, I don't actually have a clip of CSing in a tower, which kind of it's a bit of a letdown. So I will explain basically. In every wave, you have 3 armored minions and then 3 custom minions at the back. Then you get the cannon minion, but I'm not going to say so much about that. Basically, the tower hits at the beginning of the game. The armored minions take 2 tower hits, and then you can you can hit them once, and you'll get the CS. This is without any damage from minions, so this is from a fresh minion. The caster minions, you've got to hit them once. The tower will then hit them, and then you hit them again, and then you'll get the CS. This is it might sound a bit awkward because I can't actually show you the example, but if you get to practice this, then you'll probably start to understand. So think about it like the front line, it's 2 and then 1 hit. The second line, there's 1 hit, then the tower hit, and then you hit it again and you get the CS. Obviously it's going to get a bit more tricky once your minions come, because then you can't control as easily the damage of the enemy minions. But it's also another practice thing. You're going to get into it after a long time. So other than that, it's pretty simple. I don't think there's so much more I can say about the subject. CSing is a simple thing. You need to know it for the game. It's very, very important. You've got to be able to CS, otherwise you're not going to get enough money. There is one tip for CSing. You can use the Butcher Mastery. It's in the offensive tree. It's at the right, and you can put 2 points into it to do an extra 4 points of damage to minions. This is actually very helpful. I've missed a lot of CS just because of the extra 4 damage. So if you want to, well, if you find it a bit hard, put that into it, and then obviously you'll have more of a chance. I would suggest going into one of these custom games as the character you want to practice. And keep practicing that character, because everybody's auto attack animation and the speed of the projectile going to them is different speeds, etc. So you need to get used to one character. And hopefully with enough practice you'll be hitting the high CS numbers. If you put enough time into it, I promise you the effects will be good and your game will be improved. I think that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go into any more because you're probably bored by now. But I hope I've got the main message across, how to CS and what CS is, etc. If you have any questions, do put them in the comments. I'll answer them. I've been answering them a lot recently. And hopefully, please give me feedback as well, because obviously this is different style. It's a presentation rather than anything else I would do, and I don't want to be video editing. So hopefully you guys have been able to learn something, and I can do it in this format the next time I want to do something. Because it's a lot better for me this way. I prefer it a lot. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.